Okay, what is up YouTube? This is Schultzman117, and today we are in Space Engineers, and we are doing a ship review on a ship that I've built recently, the Mega Hauler. So, my original idea for the ship was actually to be a warship, but then I decided that after building this cockpit area that I might be able to do something more with it. So I then decided, well, maybe I can just turn this into a cargo ship. So I turned it into a large cargo ship, and what the main purpose I think would be for it is that you can dock mining ships to it, and it can fly around the system or jump to wherever it needs to go, and then you can eject your mining ships and go mine all the resources you need, put them back into the ship will automatically refine everything, and then you can just keep going along your way. It can be used as a trade ship, cargo ship, a base mover, really whatever. So let's start with the outside. The cockpit, I started with the cockpit. It's kind of like a triangle, kind of like a pyramid shape of glass. A little bit lag there. And so then I started building out the shape of the ship, which is kind of like a triangle at the front, and then towards the back it kind of goes more rectangular. And so that is the top, and then the bottom kind of turned it into this giant pyramid shape, and inside of it is a lot of different vital systems. Whole thing is made out of light armor. It's pretty heavy, you'll see the weight once we go inside of it. It has 4 large ion thrusters facing in each direction, 4 connection points at the bottom. At the top it has a fair amount of solar panels just to recharge in case if reactors run out of power. You'll still have power to put more uranium into the ship. It has an antenna at the front. It has 2 yellow spotlights. It has an ore detector, so you can fly it around asteroids, detect whatever ore, and then eject your ships. There are 2 weapon pylons on each side just to protect the ship, because if you happen to be, let's say, transporting a bunch of platinum or some kind of rare resource like gold or uranium, stuff like that, silver, then you want to be able to protect your ship against raiders or pirates. Or if you want on a if you go on a server with the ship, then you can protect it from other people. I have orange hazard lights on the outside just to kind of light it up and just like show where it is. Towards the back there's a docking umbilical, because I found that this ship is too big, and if you were to dock it, if you're too close and you try and move back and dock it, I found that I would crush the docking tube of like a station. Like I tried this on the Easy Start, I believe it's Easy Start 2, where they have the platform and has like the little docking tube, and I tried docking with it and it crushed the tube. There's a large hangar in the back with 2 hangar doors, so you can park your little mining ships or fighters or whatever inside of it. And those will open, I will show that later. But so now let's go on to the interior. So the interior of the ship, well, it took a long time, that's for sure, trying to get everything all correctly. There's an airlock. Everything is mirrored on the other side. So this is the starting room where you have your med bay, all your cryopods, and then a cargo container just for like, what I thought you might do is like store guns in it or something, or store like tools and other possible resources. And there's also access to the main cargo storage. Air vent at the top to pressurize the room. There's a door just to like close off. I probably should have put it as a sliding door, but I think it looks okay that way. Same exact thing on the other side, just the med bay is just like orientated weird. Same thing. And then if you move up the ship just a little bit, there's this nice hallway, leads all the way down. This is like the front area of the ship. I like the lighting in here. Thought it's a very nice color. In this room, it's not really, it's more just like kind of like an access area. you have your oxygen tanks, your refinery right here, and then you can't really see it, but behind here is a jump drive. You might be able to see the small blue light there. And then behind this refinery has all productivity modules, so it will go very fast. So if you need to produce resources, it can refine them pretty quickly. Behind this are 2 assemblers. They don't have any upgrades on them, but they're all... I haven't really set up the groups yet to have them be as like slaved, but yeah. In the floor here, there's air vents. There's one here and there, and you may have noticed this door is to block off the bridge from the rest of the ship. Okay, for some reason the button isn't working. I'm not sure why. But what this door is used for is in case if the rest of the ship gets depressurized, you can close the blast door and it will block off the main command area from the rest of the ship, and you can do it in the same way, like if the bridge gets depressurized, you can protect the rest of the ship. This is a gyroscope room. This is actually all the gyroscopes that power the whole ship. There's same room on the other side. Open this door. Same amount. There's no air vents in here, so there's already air inside of the room, but if like the room gets depressurized and you open the door, it'll depressurize the whole ship. So let me just show. These are all command consoles for like if you want to control turrets or just control some of the vital systems. You can have a crew of quite a few people. So this ship does move. It's not super fast, but it has pretty good acceleration and pretty good deceleration. You can move in all directions. The doors in the back do open. They open pretty well. Had problems before building that. It's always a pain to have to set up 2 different bay doors. The pistons, whoops, no, I do not want to jump. The pistons do extend, so it extends out probably like about, I think it's like 30 meters or so. So you can like kind of dock with the station from kind of far away. This whole ship has a bunch of batteries, so if you look on the power meter in the right, it has 2.43 gigawatts. If I turn off the batteries, it goes to 915 megawatts. So it's a lot of batteries. If you happen to somehow run out of power, then you can just have the batteries on. Those are the spotlights for the hangar. I'll show those later. There are these spotlights. These are just like for when you're flying off. You just look in the direction of like whatever asteroid, and they can just see better. These are the lights. If you look in here, I'm pretty sure these are the lights that turn on the lights. Like this button turns on the lights inside of the ship. Turn them on off. This turns off the lights on the top, like on the outside, so you can make it orange or not. If you want to, I don't know, say go into stealth mode. It's not a very stealthy ship. It's not really made for PvP. It's more of just made for hauling stuff. So now we will go downstairs, and everything is piped up, but there's no uranium or anything. So if you do build this in survival mode, you're gonna have to add uranium. But this reactor here is for in case if everything else runs out of power. There's still going to be this reactor here that you can use. There's this gravity generator. It puts off gravity to the entire ship. And I'm pretty sure it puts it off a little bit to the outside. But so we start to go down this spiral staircase into the main cargo area, like kind of the belly of the beast, I guess you could say. So this little junction, that over there is the cargo room. This way is the hangar, and then that is just the other way to get back up. So this way is the hangar. Check that out first. I haven't actually tested how many ships can fit inside of this thing, but if I had to guess, probably quite a few. But yeah, this whole hangar has nice orange lights here, and there's 4 connection points on the floor here. I don't think... No, that button doesn't work. For some reason, and I'm not entirely sure why, but if you put in, like, a button or whatever into your, like, flight seat or command console or whatever, it will work for the command console, but it won't work for any button panels. For some strange reason, it just won't work for any button panels. So, this little area is pressurized, as you can see. So now we'll check out the cargo area. And, gosh, hold on. This whole area is pressurized. There is around, I believe, 7 large cargo containers, 3 large reactors, 140 batteries. I'm pretty sure there's only 2 hydrogen tanks, and this is for, like, if you have, like, a hydrogen powered shuttle or something, you can just, like, you can dock it with the ship and it will refuel the tanks. This whole area, there's about 9 oxygen generators. This will just generate oxygen for the whole ship, and it'll generate oxygen for or hydrogen for the tanks, just to make sure that everything is all filled up. So now we will go on to, well, I guess we'll just kind of fly it around and test out the defenses and see how well the defenses work against fighting a ship. Oh gosh. Okay. And the ship has 2 functional jump drives, so it can jump fairly far. I don't know how, like, I mean, it turns pretty fast, but I'm not entirely sure if, like, it's too fast or whatnot, so I kind of just left it that way. But I guess if anyone downloads this off my workshop page, then they can just fiddle with all the settings and whatnot. So I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna spawn I'm sure you people, like, have probably heard of it, the Argentavis. It is a ship It is a ship that you can, like, it's kind of like a cargo ship. It's that enemy raid in progress thing. I don't know if you've ever seen that before. But, so I'm gonna spawn in the Argentavis, and let's just see how it reacts to it. How the guns react to fighting this ship. Because this ship is pretty big. It doesn't have, I don't know if it has as many turrets as mine. It might. So just fly kind of far away. Yes. Argentavis ship factory. This thing is pretty big. It has a fair amount of cargo in it. Like, when I first found the ship, it's pretty big. Very big ship, very well designed, I think. I think it was, I don't know if, because there's a couple ships that were designed by somebody, and they were put on the workshop, and then the people, like the developers of the game, put it into this. So, oh gosh. We are getting lag. Or not, okay. So I'm just gonna kinda fly really far away. Okay. Oh dear. Now I'm just gonna fly into this. Just like this. It's so much easier just to do this. I don't know if you already knew, but if you go into spectator mode and you go somewhere, this only works in creative mode, but if you go into spectator mode and you press control space, at the same time, then it teleports your player. It only works in creative mode though. Tried in survival mode, it doesn't work. So I guess let's just, yeah, see, it spawns in small ships. So I guess let's just start. Oh whoa, those guns got burned off or something. I guess let's just start fighting it. Turrets are on, right? You just... Oh boy. Oh gosh. Turrets, what are you doing? Stupid turrets. I don't know. You just... We are getting lag. So it seems to be working well. Considering that, oh gosh, the bridge is... The antenna, I guess, was the first thing to go. Seems to be working well. Let's just do a little flyby here. See if we can't take out some of these guns on that Argentavis. So we are taking a fair amount of damage. Yeah, they're targeting me right now. Luckily there's a fair amount of armor in there. Yeah, they broke a hole right into the battery, like they've almost broken a hole right into the battery room. They start shooting up the batteries. Oh gosh. The sim speed is suffering. Come on, turrets. Take it out. Oh dear. Oh dear, the lag is real. Yeah, we're getting hit by missiles. A lot of missiles. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh no. Oh, whoops. Oh gosh. Yeah, I think we're not faring too well. Those missiles are really damaging everything. And the turrets aren't doing a very good job of stopping the missiles. Oh wow, that has broken the holes into the ship. Try and get a cinematic shot of this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, basically if you get attacked by a ship with missile turrets, you're not gonna be okay. You're gonna have a very bad day. Yeah, I guess, well, before this game crashes, thank you all for watching. This will be my second video. I'm not sure when I'm gonna upload it. I'll probably upload it soon. But, yeah, so I guess I will see you later.